Hillary Clinton and frame Donald Trump. Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Also with us, author, attorney David Limbaugh. Full disclosure, David Limbaugh has negotiated every single TV and radio contract in my life. And I once actually had dinner with him, like maybe 40 times. Good to see you all. Sarah, let's get to this breaking news. Now, I'm trying to understand this. Is this collusion? Were they coordinating? What happened in this meeting? Because on every level, my instincts tell me this is beyond inappropriate.
Well, to a lot of people, it appears beyond inappropriate, Sean, and I think that's a big concern here. What we do know is, based on these emails, this is the first time we've seen evidence of this, that Comey actually met with Mueller, with his team, before giving testimony to the Senate Intelligence Committee. Remember, that was his famous testimony where he talked about leaking the information to his professor friend at Columbia University, who then later leaked it to the New York Times, with the intent of calling for a special counsel. I mean, all of this is so fascinating, and I think right now what Congress is doing is trying to put all the pieces together. Why did he talk to Mueller? Who was he speaking with? Why were they preparing this testimony this way? And this is very, very concerning to everyone involved. I think another really important bit of information that came out tonight was a meeting that Devin Nunes had at the Department of Justice, and what we've discovered from this, you know, they've been fighting for information on a specific individual.
This was supposed to be classified, though, right, Sarah?
Absolutely. It's supposed to be highly classified information. But what I'm hearing tonight, and in a story by Kimberly Strassel from the Wall Street Journal, which just published, there is concern that the FBI actually had a spy within the Trump campaign. And this is very jarring news. It would fall... Yes.
What? From what? Wait, no, I want to remind our audience. March 8th, 2017, Sarah Carter, John Solomon on this show told the world that there was a FISA warrant on the Trump campaign. Nobody believed it. We've been proven right again and again. Now you're saying that there could have been an FBI spy within the Trump at what point? Campaign? What point?
That's what they're looking for right now. I contacted sources about this. I know one of the issues that they're looking at is whether or not what the time frame was, whether or not this person was somebody that was paid for by the FBI, whether they were delivering the information to the FBI. I know right now that the majority of this information, believe it or not, was leaked by the DOJ themselves in an attempt to keep this quiet, to not give up the information that the congressional members wanted.
That would explain why they don't want to hand anything over, why they slow walk, why they give us phony redactions in the name of national security that don't pan out, why there has been stonewalling and obstructing of Congress. Let me bring David Limbaugh in. David, this is very troubling, especially what Sarah knows, that there was coordination between Mueller and James Comey. From a legal point of view, is that appropriate?
Let's call it collusion, if we may. You know, I think we need to look at this. Sarah, being the journalist that she is, one of the few around, didn't really give her bias and her opinion in her great article today about this, which I read on this to prepare. But people need to make of this what it really is. Why, if the charge of the special counsel is to find the facts and determine the truth, does he take an advocacy role and coordinate with the FBI, former FBI director, and communicate with him and strategize about timing? If they're really above board, if they really want to find out the truth, why not just tell the truth? Why doesn't Mueller just say, Jim, tell the truth? That's my advice to you.
How about
Instead,
he should have used his lawyer?
They strategized about time.
He should have communicated,
yes,
not directly. They're never going to tell us what really happened. All right, let me go to Greg Jarrett. If Donald Trump or anybody in the Trump campaign did this, this would be all over the news. Collusion, coordination.
When Comey testified right after his firing before the Senate Intelligence Committee, he admitted that he had met with a special counsel, but he left the impression that he'd been interviewed in a legitimate inquiry. Now we're beginning to see a different picture, that there was actually special treatment and coordination with his old friend, partner, and ally, Robert Mueller, as if they were getting their story together in the anti-Trump crusade that Mueller is now waging, having taken it over from Jim Comey.
What is the name of your upcoming book?
This really, it really is the greatest hoax in modern American history.
Is it the biggest abuse of power, corruption scandal in our lifetime?
It is subverting the rule of law, seeking to undermine democracy itself. They never had a legal basis for it. They pursued it, and they're pursuing it still.
Sarah, David, and Greg, you guys have all been amazing, and you played a big role in all of this. We're going to follow Sarah's stories very closely in the days and weeks ahead. Pretty scary. We've been right so far. All right, when we come back, the great one, Mark Levin, is going to weigh in on all of this. That's next.